So we're going to go ahead and do a hunt, and then after each one, we're going to go ahead and swap out who the monster is.
Okay.
All right, that sounds good.
Okay, let's do distillery. I haven't seen distillery today.
You gonna tell your joke yet?
Okay, my joke. Sorry. Do we have a troll? Yeah, I'm jading my wife. I apologize. She's never seen anything outside of Utah fireworks, so she doesn't know any better. And I keep on downplaying the fireworks here because they really are pretty crappy compared to what I grew up with. That being the case, okay, my farmer joke. Okay. So there's two brothers, Bubba and Jay. Yes, I know that's pretty stereotypical, and it's kind of, it's not really racist. But anyway, their names are Bubba and Jay. And they're pretty darn dumb. However, sorry, there's three brothers. Bubba, Jay. I need another brother name. Give me a brother name. Hiram. My brother's name is Hiram. Okay, so Bubba, Jay, and Hiram are three kind of hillbilly-ish brothers, and they live on a farm. And they're not doing too well. They do a lot of work. They tend the animals, but they're really, really poor and destitute. However, they hear about a fair coming up where the grand prize is $1 million to whoever can have the biggest, fattest pig possible. And it's in 1 year from now, so there's plenty of time to go ahead and cultivate said pig. Now, they have a variety of different pig sizes, but none of which are really abnormally big. So they decide to come up with the idea, well, let's go all in. So they scrape up all of their money, and they buy tons and tons of food for the pig to have. And they pick everything, like crappy food. They get McDonald's burgers and jelly donuts and everything that you shouldn't eat. And they basically start gorging out the pig. However, the pig starts gaining some weight, but then after a while, they start realizing that the pig just starts shitting too much. And so when it starts shitting, it starts losing weight. And the brothers kind of scratch their heads together and try to figure out, well, what do we do at this point? So they get together and they start thinking, and then one of them comes up with a light bulb idea and is like, well, what if he just stops shitting? And they're like, well, how do we do that? So one of the brothers comes up with the idea, well, what if we put a cork in his butthole? That way he won't shit, and every time he eats food, he'll just retain the weight. And the brothers are like, you're a genius. Not really the smartest of moves, though. So they decided to put a cork in the pig's butt. During this time, the pig starts gaining tons and tons of weight, and that cork, even though it tries to struggle and the pig doesn't look very happy, retains all the poop inside. So it's a lot fun, or it's a lot bigger, and starts gaining massive amounts of weight. I'll start commentating on the game in just a moment. So the fair comes around, and then the brothers are like, fantastic, we have a huge pig. So they actually had to rent a truck and a winch to carry this fat porcine creature to the fair. The pig was well over several hundred pounds, and it was just as fat as possibly could be. It can't even walk at this point. And they owe it all to the cork in the pig's butt. That was a cool little dance that the monster just did. Everything's on fire, nothing's dead. So the judge starts looking around, and as soon as the judge sees their pig, this massive pig that's just been doing nothing but eating and not shitting for over a year, he's like, you know what? I don't even have to see any pigs. I have never seen a pig this large in my life. Congratulations, you guys win $1 million. So the three brothers start celebrating and get drunk that night. However, the next day, they look at their pig, and they're like, well, I kind of feel bad for the pig now. He's probably been wanting to take a shit for well over a year now. What do we do? So they sit down and they think together, and they're like, well, why don't we just take out the corkscrew? And one of the brothers is like, but wouldn't that mean he just starts pooing all over the place? And the brothers are like, you're really smart. No wonder you're the oldest brother. And so they get together and they're like, well, why don't we spend some of this $1 million to train a monkey to do it for us? And they're like, okay, wow, that was a very narrow dome dodge there. I apologize, I'm not commenting on the game, guys. We might just do a redo with the same setup. So they spend a bunch of money for a monkey, and they start training the monkey on how to remove a corkscrew from a pig's butt. During this time, it takes several weeks for the monkey to finally learn to do it consistently and all the time. So the grand day comes where they decide to take out the corkscrew. One of the brothers is like, well, I'll see you in about an hour. I'm going to be up the street. And they're like, why do you need to be up the street? And he's like, because there's going to be a lot of poo everywhere. And another brother's like, yeah, I don't think there's going to be that much poo. And so one of the brothers decides to go up only halfway through the street. And then the other brother's just like, you know what? You guys are just wussing out. I want to see the monkey pull out the cork. So the brother starts slowly walking away from the cork and the pig right before the monkey does it, but unfortunately the monkey pulls out the cork a little too early, and it just starts spraying shit everywhere. You can imagine having an entire year's worth of food and just pooing it out all over the place. You know, the monkey gets covered, the youngest brother gets covered, even the brother who's halfway up the street, he gets halfway covered because of all the poo being sprayed everywhere. So the oldest brother, who was the smartest, doesn't get any poo on him and starts walking towards the other brothers. However, once the oldest brother gets to the second brother, who only gets halfway covered, he's like, man, you smell like really, really bad. This is not going very well. And so the two brothers are like, okay, let's go ahead and see how Hiram's doing down at the bottom. And Hiram, completely covered in poo, right next to the pig, is just laughing his ass off. The two brothers kind of scratch their heads going, well, what's so funny? And the youngest brother says, you should have seen the look on the monkey's face when he tried to put the cork back in. I don't think that joke was nearly as entertaining as I remember it being. Okay, so we're in a stage 2 fight. I apologize for not paying attention to the rest of the game. So no strikes, no permanent health damage. This feels like an arena dome, actually. The monster at half armor, and this actually feels like, I think there's actually a dome right around this little area. So hopefully the joke didn't, you know, wear out too bad. A lot of poop out here, ironically enough, for the monster to eat. And so the monster doing a really good job of evading damage, but right now isn't being able to focus anybody down. Ooh, that rock throw, though, being able to get shielded just in time by Sunny's little drone. But it does look like Karma might be going down very shortly if we can land another leap smash and a rock throw. Instead, it looks like Kyra takes a lot of damage. This is actually a very scary area to fight, is this little pool of water, because it's very, very hard for a hunter to start doing anything. So Medic about to go down. That rock throw hits the Medic just barely. Oh, Monster misses his leap smash. Karma might be able to go ahead and get them all. Yep, manages to get up just in time. Does take a strike himself, though, and the Medic does come back alive. So the monster, finally losing his armor, decides to stick around a little bit more, and now with all the hunters up, probably the best time. And it does not look like, nope, does not look like the monster should probably stick around. Hunters have regained their positioning. He did a good amount of damage for 2 strikes, or took very little damage for 2 strikes. I think he should just bug out and call it even. Very, very high jump, probably could have taken a bit more chip damage from there. So, now that I'm focusing back on the game again, sorry about that. I'm scared. Yeah, I probably didn't tell it too well because I think I was trying to rush through it in order to get to the game. So I apologize. But yes, I was supposed to build up that the monkey was starting to scream and everything like that. But yeah. Anyway, monster rebuilding its armor supply here. It does look like the Trapper might be able to get another dome on the monster here. I'd like to see the Trapper start cutting off the monster heading towards the beach at this point. Oh, dome coming down. Wow, barely catches the monster. Fantastic. Good job. Hold on, I'm getting things.
Well done, Medic. You get a raise.
So here we go, monster. I feel that the one of Dead's weaknesses as a monster is he doesn't focus super well. He kind of changes targets from time to time. However, he is giving the Medic a run for his money. And Lennox doing a good job just shooting people with the something cannon. Whatever. I wanted to say anti-cannon, but that made no sense. and my brain decided to fizzle out. So Andrew running away, fantastic work, barely able to get away, and that's exactly what you can do. If you can get the monster, ooh, group up here, be very, very careful about being grouped up here. That leap smash will knock Lennox a little bit away. So a couple of hunters really low health right now. They need to be very careful. Medic not able to heal any of them, and it does look like that they will be able to go ahead and regain their positioning. One good heal burst was able to get a lot of those people back up. So Monster running away, not liking that engagement. Looks like he'll take a little bit of permanent health damage for it. Mammoth Bird decides to be a jerk, once again helping out the monster for the Hunters of Shear. Today's been a big anti-monster wildlife day. That rock throw was a little wide. I have actually thrown a rock throw straight up and actually managed to fall back down and land and hit somebody. I'd love for somebody to be able to like have a cooldown perk, throw a rock up, and as soon as that hits somebody, throw another one in their face, so they get like double rocked. I wonder if that's possible. So Monster, almost ready to evolve to stage 3 here, decides to go through the waterfall to take a little bit of a bath to get the stank off him. And there we go. A couple glacial pods back here can poop for you, and the Steamodon. Between those two, you should be able to go ahead, and there's the poop. That's going to be the evolve 3. No, he's still one short. I hate this bar. This bar doesn't update very well sometimes. But here you go. Here's the Reaver. He should be able to go ahead and evolve now. Will he fight and then evolve, or will he just evolve into caves, hoping that the hunters are not nearby? And there we go. There's the monster, and it looks like that they're going to go in and try and do as much damage as possible. Here we go. Oh, no damage. No damage. There we go. Tiny bit of damage. There we go. There's the charm leap smash. And the rock throw. The rock throw does hit a rock or wall, but look at that. Going straight after the medic. This is a very good opportune moment for the medic to get down here. Goes back into the cave. Not much that the medic can do. There could have been a couple of traps thrown here to slow down the monster from just barreling into the medic as much as possible. But a very unusual, unlikely place to fight. At this point, I would probably take down the dome and just leave. You have one. The trapper is already low health anyway, and this probably would have saved the trapper if he was able to jetpack out of there. There we go. There's the rock. So stage 3 Goliath going through, and right now, monster not getting punished for camping the body, but it doesn't look like the monster needs to worry too much because he's got a lot of health. Half the team is in fact dead. And here comes a rock throw. Rock throw misses. I feel that that leap smash or that leap and fire breath was a little too late. So here comes the monster. Monster is not going to be able to get de-pounced. Will to use the personal shield and slow down the monster for a few more seconds, allowing Sunny to get away just ever so slightly. So whenever you're the last person alive, you always want to put your footprints through heavy bushes if possible. And the monster going after food, it looks like. At this point, I'd probably go after the relay because it's going to force Sunny to come to you, and you have so much health that a Sunny Daisy kill will be very easy. And if the monster or if the hunters don't come after you, oh, okay, it does look like he was going after the relay now. Because with Sunny, Sunny cannot keep a monster off of the relay. Her damage is just too slow, so you can literally attack it for a few seconds, step a foot or two backwards, and then go back to it as much as possible. And here comes Sunny trying to shoot through the trees. A little high. Just try and aim for this building itself because the radius will actually keep it off. And so it looks like the monster will be able to get a good amount of damage in right now. Not sure where the monster's going. So if the monster can go straight after the support right now, that's one less person in the next fight. Might be able to go ahead and just do just that. And see, now she's not going to be in the next fight, and she's going to be down. Oh, unfortunate miss. Monster is not good. Oh, find the footprints. Ah, I feel like I've seen a lot of people need practice against their anti-stealth. I feel that fire breath, and I feel that Andrew should have not survived that. Very close though. But I do believe that that should have been a kill. So now that the team is going to be able to regroup now. Ooh, monster not able to capitalize on a rock throw or a leap smash. Might still be able to go ahead and down the support here. Rock throw in the face, and there is the down. So monster close to full armor here. Ooh, and Lennox needs to use personal shield. And here comes Kyra. Kyra should be throwing healing grenades through this wall right now. Like, there's no reason, even up here is okay, I guess, as well. And right now there should be a lot of punishment. Yeah, I feel like she probably could have healed through that damage that the monster was doing a bit more. I feel that the teams fell back a little bit more. Yeah, see, like, oh, and the monster does get domed? I'm not sure why the dome was. So Lennox is down. Monster going after Lennox. I'm not sure why the dome went down, but I do feel it could be to get the medic enough time, but the medic can't keep the monster off any better than Sunny. So Karma should be the one. If anyone's going to survive, it should be Karma. Ooh, nice little lip through. This is a great cheese spot, actually. Oh, and there's the fire breath. So here we go, monster armoring back up. Again, I feel like just go after the power relay. There's no reason to be sneaky or anything like that, or even go after food. Kyra and Sunny are the two worst to keep the monster off of a relay, in my opinion. So GG, well played. But I feel like that they broke down. I feel like that they could have committed a bit better in that dome. And I don't know what happened at the beginning of the game. I know that there was a missed dome halfway through the joke. So we'll see. Oh, miss. So if the trap, or if she can stay alive for 30 seconds, if she can speed boost and stay away, she might actually be able to pull this off. Oh, nope. There we go. Oh, it looks like we did get a DC after on support, unfortunately. GG.
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 Yeah, I gave it a shot at Kyra. Still working her out.
No worries. She takes a little while. You're doing really good. There are a couple of times when I feel like so one thing about and that actually makes a lot more sense now. There are a couple of times when you're healing somebody, like when the monster is camping a body. Don't forget you can splash heal through the walls. So I feel like that when when Andrew was down in that little corner towards the end of the game, I feel like you could have stayed there healing her for a lot longer, and then that way your team could have punished the monster a lot more for trying to commit so much to that body. That being the case, you did a really good job, Dead. You were able. I'm not sure what that first dome was. Like I saw it on your screen, and like I saw a dome come down, and you were just happened to be out of it, but they weren't chasing you, if that makes sense. So I'm not sure if that was like was that a blind dome or.
No, he was pretty sure that he had him, and
I heard a
was
Sunny
missed
boost, and then I saw Maggie and Daisy.
Ah, fair enough.
So I jumped the other direction towards the sea, and that was get out the dome.
Yeah, because like you just happened to be strolling past and it just barely like missed you by like an inch. So really good job, job there. That being the case, I feel like that the position of the hunters was a little off. There was a lot of extra movement, whereas I feel like that if you had just a couple people, especially the defensive people, defensive players should really just not be using their jetpack until they get focused. So people like Hank, Sunny, and then pretty much all the healers, for instance, should really do very minimal effort to move around, and it should be the assault, trapper, and maybe the support, depending on what the support is, to be the ones that really move around and chase the monster, while the other guys have kind of a vantage point. I feel like that a few extra Maggie traps would have helped keep the medic alive in the tunnel when you domed at stage 3, or was it 2? It might have been. I think it was 3. I think it was a stage 3 dome. But just be very careful. But otherwise, really good job. It was relatively close. I still feel like that the hunters, if they were playing a little bit better at their high ground, probably could have pulled off the stage 3. But really good job on all sides. So we'll go ahead and swap out the map and the monster. So this time we'll have Gods as the monster. And what role were you on, Gods?
Sorry, come again. What was that?
What role were you in that match?
I was assault.
Oh, you were assault. Okay, that works. Let me see if I can re-invite Karma. He got disconnected at the very end, and if not, we'll see if we can get another person in here.
Did you see me get stuck, by the way, at stage 3?
Stuck?
Karma said that he had to go, actually.
Yeah, it was when Sunny went down and I tried to leap smash onto her, and I just got stuck floating in that corner.
No, it showed a leap smash right on her on my screen.
Yeah, and I meant after that I couldn't get out until I rock rode.
I don't think I saw you get stuck.
Oh, I
Yeah,
seen
should've
it.
thought on
He
that.
looked like he was stuck for a little bit, but he got out of it pretty fast.
Yeah, I was just spamming like mid-air strikes while stuck in a corner.
That works. Let me go ahead and find another person. I'll be right back.
I hate Sunny so much.
Okay, let's go.
Do you need more?
Yep, Sunny can be quite a pain in the ass as a monster.
Andrew Ghost. Let's take.
Especially if she can just sit on a perch and just
Illusional.
boost people all day.
Yeah, be like, oh, hey, I'm just gonna try to dome here, and then you just hear that jetpack boost, and like, oh shit.
Yeah, I heard that and I just bolted. I knew what was coming.
Luckily, it wasn't Griffin, man. That Sunny and Griffin combo was brutal.
Yeah. But with Sunny Griff, at least I can sneak off a start and just throw you off direction until I'm full evolve.
True, true.
Okay, let me go ahead and send out a message. In 53 minutes, I'm going to go ahead and auction or raffle off a Behemoth and Tier 1 or Tier 4 Hunter set. So let me go ahead and post that on Twitter.